So today we got into partitioning. We talked about partition meant to divide or to separate a shape into equal parts. And we spent some time talking about what equal meant. I told them to pretend that this rectangle was a brownie. This is my brownie and I wanted to share it with you. And I want to be fair, of course, because we all want to be kind and loving towards each other. But if I were to take this brownie and I were to cut it here or partition it there, and this was my piece and this was your piece, is that fair? They were quick to tell me, no, that's not fair. And I said, you're right, because they're not equal. They're not the same size. So to partition it means we're going to cut it into equal parts. And this is not an example of equal parts. We used the circle, and I said, okay, so this was my cookie. And I told you, oh, well, I'll give you a piece of my cookie. And I cut it here. And this was your piece. And this was my piece. Is that fair? No, it's still not equal. Those pieces are not the same size. So this is not an example. So we're going to talk about how to partition shapes. We will talk about how to partition them into halves, thirds, and fourths, and we will use squares, rectangles, and circles. So let me show you some examples of the different ways they could partition those shapes. So into halves, we talk about half meant two, so we need two pieces. So I could cut the square vertically, horizontally, or from corner to corner. The rectangle is going to be the same thing. Vertically, horizontally, or corner to corner. And I know it's hard for the kids. I told them just try to get your best, do your best. For example, you can see my line here is not even straight. I did tell them though, if you draw your line up here and tell me that's half, we're way off base there. That is not going to be acceptable. But if you can get it somewhere close to half or thirds or fourths, that I can at least tell what you were trying to do, that'll be perfectly fine. With our circle, we talked about really there's only one way to cut it in half. It's just the fact that you're kind of like rolling the circle. So, I mean, you can still do it vertically or horizontally. It's just kind of like that circle has rolled. So, even if I were to do it across it, it's still, we roll it back, would be horizontally, or roll it back, it'd be vertical. Thirds. So if we want to cut something in thirds, my squares and my rectangles, there are only two ways to cut them into thirds. If I were to cut the square into thirds, I can do it horizontally or I can do it vertically. Same thing with my rectangle. Now, cutting it across into thirds is much more difficult than cutting it vertically into thirds. And again, just kind of a roundabout. And then our circle, there's only one way to cut our circle or partition our circle into thirds. And we talk about that it's kind of a Y or a peace sign in there. We did talk about that if I were to cut my circle into thirds this way, well, this size piece is not the same or equal to that size piece. So that would not work. So our circle only has one way to partition into thirds. Our squares and rectangles each have two ways to partition into thirds. Then we get into fourths. Our square has the most ways to partition into fourths. Our square, I could partition it horizontally, and I told them the easiest way when I'm doing my squares and rectangles into 4 straight pieces is to first cut it in half and then go back and put each half into half. So then I end up with 4 pieces. I could do this same concept going horizontally. I could go from side to side, cut it in half, and then in half again. So then I end up with 4 pieces that cut horizontally this way. We called it kind of a picture frame where I could cut it into fourths, go down the middle, and then from side to side, and end up with 4 pieces. Or we tilted it, and this only works in our square, could we do it like this? And I actually took a square piece of paper and cut it into fourths this way so that they could see that this triangle, when done correctly, will line up to be the same size of this triangle as this triangle and this triangle. Our rectangle, they can cut into fourths by going horizontally, so they cut it in half and then in half each time again, or they could go vertically in half and then each half gets cut in half again. So there are 4 pieces, or they can go across like the window frame. We did talk about that while a square could be a rectangle, if you didn't know that all four sides were equal, and you can cut the square into an X, you cannot do the rectangle that way. In fact, I took a rectangle piece of paper and I cut it into fourths this way as shown on the yellow lines, and we saw that this triangle was not the same as this triangle, so that would not work as a way to partition a rectangle into fourths. There were only 3 ways to partition that rectangle into fourths. My circle is going to be a plus sign, and again, just like when we did halves and really the third, the circle, any way you roll it, it's still going to be a plus sign, just depending on which way you're looking at it. So, I hope this helps you have some examples of what partitioning a square, rectangle, and circle into halves, thirds, and fourths looks like, and what the kids will be expected to do. Thanks.